80,000 fans, 120 minutes, and 0 shots on target from Argentina. Spain didn't merely beat Messi's Argentina, they suffocated them. Ferran Torres delivered the only moment that mattered deep into extra time. And with that strike, Lionel Messi's World Cup was over. Argentina finished the game with 10 men and nothing to show for it. This final was Spain, doing what Spain do best. They starved Argentina of the ball. 65% possession. 852 passes attempted to Argentina's 463. 20 shots to 2, 12 on target to 0, 9 corners to 4. Those numbers should have produced a landslide. Instead, they produced 90 minutes of tension. Emiliano Martinez was the reason. He denied Yamal early, then Cubarsí, then Nico Williams. He raced off his line to sweep up in front of Messi during a nervy Spain break. He clawed away a stoppage time free kick to send this final into extra time. At halftime, the biggest show of the night wasn't on the pitch. Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Madonna, and Shakira lit up the interval. The match stayed locked at 0-0. Argentina's plan was clear. Sit deep, defend everything, and hope Messi could conjure something late. For long spells, that plan worked. Messi barely touched the ball in dangerous areas. Then, 3 minutes into second-half stoppage time, Argentina's discipline cracked. Enzo Fernández, already carrying a yellow card for arguing with the referee, scythed down Pau Cubarsí. Second yellow, red card. A man down, with a full period of extra time still ahead. Spain smelled blood immediately. Giuliano Simeone almost stole a miracle for Argentina, blazing a late chance over. But Spain had already done the damage. They were world champions again. The exact passage of play that won Spain the World Cup lasted about 4 seconds. Pedro Porro drives a deep cross in from the right flank. Nico Williams meets it first, and instead of shooting, he nods it back across the 6-yard box. Torres, arriving late into the box, has one task. Don't miss. He doesn't. Left foot hammered high into the roof of the net. 1-0. Patience, width, and a striker who reads the run perfectly. That's the blueprint. Here's the part nobody talks about enough. That goal doesn't happen without the sending off. Fernandez's red card left Argentina chasing shadows for the whole of extra time. Down a man, no fresh legs, and no Messi magic to rescue them. Spain had already fired 20 shots at Martinez before Torres finally beat him. Their expected goals total sat close to 2 full goals. Argentina's barely reached a fifth of one. Statistically, this result wasn't bad luck for Argentina. Their number was always going to come up. Scaloni admitted it himself after the game. They were better, that's the truth. Once Fernandez walked, the math stopped working for his team completely. The offside flag also chalked off an earlier Torres effort, a warning of what was coming. When it finally arrived for real, there was no flag to save Argentina this time. Ferran Torres claimed player of the match, and the numbers back that up completely. He wasn't in the starting 11. Spain brought him on in the 62nd minute. 58 minutes on the pitch produced 3 shots, 2 on target, and 1 goal. His expected goals sat at 0.52. He nearly doubled that number and delivered the winner regardless. That's precisely what a super sub exists to do. Change a game in 1 moment. Torres explained afterwards that the goal wasn't only his. He dedicated it to 47 million people back home. He called the result written in the stars, and after that finish, few would argue. Across the whole tournament, he managed only 1 goal and 1 assist in 8 appearances, which makes the timing of this particular strike land all the harder. Rodri, for context, ran the midfield all night and barely gave the ball away. Cubarsí was every bit as composed, completing 121 of 126 passes in the final alone. But on the night that mattered most, it was Torres who delivered the decisive touch. 16 years after Iniesta did it against the Netherlands, Torres has echoed that exact piece of history. This result does more than crown a champion. It closes one era and opens another. Spain have now won the European Championship and the World Cup back-to-back. Only Germany, France, and Spain themselves have ever managed that exact double before. And this Spain squad is frighteningly young. Yamal is 19, Cubarsí is 19, Pedri is 23, Williams is 24. This isn't a peak, it's a starting point. They finished the entire tournament unbeat, conceding only a single goal in 7 matches. Coach Luis de la Fuente has already extended his contract through 2028. There's a home World Cup arriving in 2030, and Spain will start as favorites again. For Argentina, the questions run much deeper. Was this Messi's final World Cup appearance? He didn't lift the trophy, and he didn't finish as top scorer either. That honor belongs to Kylian Mbappe, now the outright all-time World Cup goal-scoring record holder. 22 goals to Messi's 21. That storyline alone will run for years to come. There's history repeating for Argentina in the worst way possible. 3 of the 6 World Cup final red cards ever shown have gone to Argentine players: Pedro Monzon and Gustavo de Saudy back in 1990, and now Fernández in 2026. On the individual awards, Rodri collected the Golden Ball as the tournament's standout player. Unai Simon took the Golden Glove. Kubersi claimed Young Player honors, 3 individual prizes, 1 trophy, and a Spanish generation that has firmly arrived. If you predicted this result, drop it in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss our next prediction. So where does Argentina go from here without a Messi swan song to celebrate? In our next video, we're breaking down exactly what this final means for his international future. Was this the end for him on the biggest stage, or is there one more chapter left? We'll also look at whether this Spain generation can dominate the way their predecessors once did. Stick around because that conversation is nowhere near finished.